saw that. What's wrong? What hurts?
My head! Oh my god, my neck!
Okay, it's very, here, stay still. It's very possible you injured your spinal cord and possibly gotten some brain damage. Just stay right here. I'll be right back. Dr. Martin here, documenting on the accident of Brendan David. I witnessed the scene and we have my fellow co-worker, Dr. Weingars, here to help us out.
Hi, I'm Dr. Weingars and I also witnessed the crash of Brendan David. He appeared to fall on the back of his head, which would damage his temporal lobe and affect his speaking, listening, and memory. Due to the location of the fall in the back of his head, we believe he also damaged his spinal cord, which is important because it connects the rest of the brain, the rest of the body to the brain. So we are going to now do further testing to see what we can do to help him. Isolating our first test on specimen Brendan David to see visual correlation and how the accident affected him. We brought in an expert supposedly to help us out.
Oh yeah, Scotty Davis here, and I am no doctor, by the way, like Dr. Martin and Dr. Weingars, who is not here right now. They brought me in to do some simple tests that they cannot do for some reason. So, they brought me in because I guess I'm really good at everything. Whatever, so I'm going to go set up for my first experiment, which is I'm going to attempt to teach this kid how to play some Guitar Hero.
We're initializing our first test, and we're going to see the visual effects of Guitar Hero and how it affects Brendan's injury.
So I'm just going to teach Brendan how to play Guitar Hero fast. Brendan, what you do, there are 5 colors. Do you see the 5 colors?
Yes.
Okay, so what you do is there's going to be colors coming all down the screen. You got to press the color and stroke it when the color hits the circle.
So stroke it.
Stroke it, okay? Don't do that again. Do you understand?
Yes.
Alright, let's give it a try. No, no, no. This way. This way, okay? Okay. Alright. You're hopeless.
Alright, that's very interesting. So clearly there has been damage to his occipital lobe, which is why his visual correlation is affecting how he performs in this game.
Doc, Guitar Hero, Doc! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Play this, Doc.
No, I'm not your doctor.
Guitar Hero, Doc.
Brett, it's 3:30 in the morning. Doctor!
What's going on here?
He's waking me up at 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my, oh my. This clearly shows something is wrong with his pons in his brain.
His what?
His pons. It affects the sleeping cycle. So at this hour, if he's waking up, that must mean something is wrong.
Hey, this is Brendan and this is our expert. And we are performing our second test, a simple-handed poker, to see whether Brendan's judgment was affected by the crash. Brendan, have you played poker before?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
It's your turn, Brendan.
Woohoo! Yeah!
Alright.
What the?
This is now obvious that Brendan's judgment has been greatly affected. And obviously his amygdala has gone insane and his emotions are going haywire. This is test number 3 to test Brendan's voluntary movement with the game of darts.
Alright, so we're going to do a test trial so that Brendan throws 3 darts and we're going to see how his movement ends up with his coordination. So Brendan, have you played darts before?
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
Yeah, no. No.
No.
No.
So you've played darts?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to show you 1 dart and then you're going to throw 3 for us.
Yes.
3 darts, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? That's how you do it, okay?
Alright.
Now, I'm not getting hurt again, so I'm going to go stand over there, okay?
Right.
Okay, you can throw those 3 darts.
no, this is not good. This is not good. Are you okay, expert? This is Dr. Weingars recording data from the last experiment with the darts. We have learned from Brendan's darts experience that his skeletal muscles and voluntary movements are not intact. This shows that his somatic nervous system and motor cortex have been affected greatly by the crash. Also, in our last experiment, our expert Scotty Davis had also suffered an injury. His corpus callosum was severed by the dart, which means his neural fibers in the middle of his brain, which connected the left and right hemisphere, are now severed. This makes him a split brain. Although he is split-brained, he can still function properly and he still has all his abilities.
Alright, this is test number 4 here, and we're trying to figure out if Brendan's movements and his balance are intact. So we're having Scotty here, our expert, teach him how to kick a ball and see how he does.
All I'm going to do is simply demonstrate to Brendan real quick how to properly kick a soccer ball. So Brendan, are you paying attention?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Brendan, what happened? Didn't you feel anything?
Feel what?
The pain. That must mean your sensory cortex is affected by the accident, because if you didn't feel anything, that's not good, because that's what the sensory cortex does. Also, so why didn't you move?
What?
Like, you weren't alert at all. That must mean your reticular formation was altered too, because your reticular formation controls your alertness, and if you didn't even see anything, that must mean there's a problem.
Oh.
Alright, now I'm recording the news for the last test, and it turns. Brendan, what happened? Brendan, what's wrong? Alright, his heart rate and his breathing has increased dramatically. That must mean, I'm gonna have to write this down. That means his medulla has been severely altered from the accident. This could be worse than we thought. The medulla controls his breathing rate and his heart rate. And clearly we're having some problems with this. And also we saw, as he was walking on the surface, he was way out of balance, which is controlled by the cerebellum. More information on Brendan David, and this is a model of the brain that I'm using to show. This brain shows the cerebral cortex, which is the body's ultimate control and information processing center. We think during the accident, Brendan's cerebral cortex was damaged, thus making these things hard for him.
And then we put them both in a school setting to see how different areas of Brendan's brain have been affected. We gave them each an hour to draw a picture. Let's see what they came up with. Brendan, what did you draw?
Oh.
Great. Scotty, what did you draw?
I drew a little picture of my friend here. If I would have had more time, I would have made it a little bit more clear, but only an hour.
Great. Okay, this obviously shows that Brendan's right hemisphere has been greatly influenced by the accident. He has no creativity in his picture, while Scotty was able to create a masterpiece. Back in the school setting, we have now decided to test Brendan's math and logic and reasoning. Okay, Brendan, can you please add these two numbers for me?
What are they?
They're the numbers 2 and 3.
Red.
That is not the correct answer. This obviously shows that the parietal lobe has been affected by the crash. Next experiment. Brendan, can you please memorize these numbers in this order?
I got it.
Say the numbers, please.
3, 2, 10, 5.
Okay. Now we're going to flip them all over. Now can you please show me where number 10 is? Not correct. This shows that he is not able to remember simple things and that his hippocampus has also been affected. Alright, now Brendan, can you please write us a story? Alright, that's enough said. Enough said. I don't think he's able to do that. So instead, we're going to give you a story and see if you can read it, okay? So please read this to yourself.
I can't read this.
This shows that his Ornix area is not able to understand the language and that he is having trouble comprehending the reading. Okay, now can you please say the story out loud to us?
Sleep, dreams, even should we
Brendan, that
dream.
doesn't make sense.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. This must show that his speech has been affected through his Broca's era and he's not able to speak clearly. Overall, through these tests, you are able to see that his left hemisphere is not functional. His reasoning, logic, and mathematical abilities and writing are not able to function properly.
We're going to try to test Brendan's hindbrain, which is the innermost part of the brain, containing the hypothalamus and thalamus. Okay, Brendan, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to eat and drink this water. We haven't fed Brendan in over 12 hours, so he should be hungry. This is amazing. Okay. He's doing it. That's right.
My life be like,
Yes! Okay, besides this shows that his thalamus is intact because his senses told him there was food here, and that was hungry, so he ate him. Also, the hypothalamus is working properly because it shows that the smell and his taste and everything.
No, Brendan.
Everything he wanted worked properly. This is a great result in our experiment. Test number 6 was an accomplishment. And this concludes our experiment with my associate, Dr. Weingers, and myself, Dr. Martin. I'm sorry to tell you, Brendan, you are officially brain dead.
Yes!
That's a bad thing. It's a bad thing.
No.
You may now leave the facility.
Free yourself, Brendan. Free yourself.
And this concludes our experiment.
I'm coming